Our topic is about East Asian music, but for this week, we'll focus on the music of China, with the learning competencies, sing songs of East Asia, analyzes musical elements of selected songs and instrumental pieces heard and performed. The learning objectives are the following. At the end of the lesson, learners should be able to first, distinguish the musical instruments used in traditional Chinese music. 2. Discuss the musical elements used in traditional Chinese songs that reflect the rich culture of China. And 3. Create a poem that reflects the expressive features of Chinese music. Now let's move on to our pre-test. Directions. Read each statement carefully and determine whether the statement is a fact or a bluff. Confucius conceived music as a means of calming the passion of dispelling of unrest and lust rather than a form of amusement. The answer is a fact. Sheng is a set of 10 small tuned gongs mounted in a wooden frame. It's a bluff. The player of Lizzie plays the instrument by blowing across the mouthpiece and produces different notes by stopping the 6 holes found in the rod. It's a Yunlo is an ancient Chinese instrument that has an arched surface and elongated trapezoid with 13 to 21 strings. It's a bluff. Eru is used as a solo instrument as well as in small ensembles or large orchestra in various ethnic groups. It's a fact. Now, at this point, let's move on to our discussion proper. Confucius is China's foremost philosopher of music. He said, to educate somebody, you should start with poems, emphasize ceremonies, and finish the music. He regarded music in the highest sense as a means of calming the passion, of dispelling of unrest and lust, rather than as a form of amusement. He is thought as a prominent music teacher and a talented musician who was able to play several instruments. China has a long and influential musical tradition. Over the centuries, musicians developed various styles of music and invented or adapted many types of instruments. Traditionally, the Chinese have believed that sound influences the harmony of the universe. Significantly, one of the most important duties of the first emperor of each new dynasty was to search out and establish the dynasties through standard of speech. A result of this philosophical orientation was that the Chinese theoretically supposed music performed solely. Melody and tone color are prominent expressive features of Chinese music, and great emphasis is given to the proper articulation and inflection of each musical tone. Most Chinese music is based on the 5-tone or the pentatonic scale, though heptatonic scale is also used. Now let's move on to different Chinese musical instruments. First, Yi Qin, a moon-shaped lute with shorter neck and four strings played with a spectrum used for accompanying local operas. Pipa, a four-string lute with 30 frets and a pear-shaped body. This instrument has an extremely wide dynamic range and remarkable expressive power. Eru, a two-stringed fiddle and one of the most popular Chinese instruments. It is used as a solo instrument as well as in small ensembles or large orchestra and various ethnic groups. Yunlo literally means cloud gongs or cloud of gongs. It is a set of 10 small chin gongs mounted in a wooden frame. Each gongs are generally of equal diameter but different thicknesses. The thicker gongs produce a higher pitch. Sheng, a Chinese mouth organ, looks like a set of panpipes with 12 to 36 bamboo pipes. Each pipe is of different lengths with a brass reed at the bottom and a hole that must be blocked for the note to sound. This makes it possible to sound several notes simultaneously, so chords and melody can be performed at the same time. It is one of the oldest Chinese musical instruments. Dizi. It is a traditional Chinese flute. It can have a membrane over an extra hole to give the characteristic rattle effect. The player plays the dizi by blowing across the mouthpiece and produces the different notes by stopping the 6 holes found in the rod. Zhang, an ancient Chinese instrument that is an arm surface and elongated trapezoid with 13 to 21 strings stretched over individual bridges. Its playing range spans 3 to 4 octaves. Fengling. These are two small bells made of high-tin bronze without internal clappers and hemispheric or bottomless gourd-like in shape. The instrument has a delicate clarion and melodious tone. It is a coloring rhythmic instrument, either in ensembles or in theater music, bring an effect of peaceful dream. Now let's move on to our first activity. Directions. Listen to a traditional Chinese song, Mo Liwa. Mo Liwa is a traditional Chinese song with a beautifully gentle and lyrical melody. The lyrics about the jasmine flower also turns it into a love song. The song describes a custom of giving jasmine flowers popular in the southern Yangtze Delta region of China. Another version describes the fear of plucking the flower. Based on the video, answer the following guide questions on your paper. Now let's move on to sum up with our discussion for today. Chinese vocal music has traditionally been sung in a thin, non-resonant voice or in falsetto. It is usually solo rather than choral. All traditional Chinese music is melodic rather than harmonic. Chinese music uses the pentatonic scale and can be heard in the song Mo Liwa. Xiao Jiao or short tunes are popular music in Chinese urban areas. Chinese musical instruments are classified according to the materials by which they are made: animal skins, cord, bamboo, wood, silk, earth or clay, metal, and stone. Directions: identify the different Chinese musical instruments by arranging the jumbled letters based on the given descriptions. You will be given 5 seconds to answer this activity. Here are the answers. There are many ways in which you can heighten your appreciation in any types of music, but basically, an understanding of the musical elements will enable you to comprehend and appreciate any piece of music, whether you are trying to perform it or analyze it. At this point, you're going to write a short poem that highlights the expressive features of Chinese music. Your poem will be graded according to the following criteria. Focus on assigned topic, creativity, title, spelling and punctuation, imagery. Now let's move on to our post-test. Directions. Read each statement carefully and write the letter of the correct answer on your activity notebook. Thank you and God bless.